there, everybody. Welcome into another episode of the WTH podcast. How you doing? My name is Nate. This is take 2 from last night.
Yeah.
Last night was all set to go off without a hitch until the internet at my home went away. And then Jason had a hum in his audio.
And a scream in his background.
Everything.
The hum, I think, was probably your cell phone was somehow interfering with your mic cable.
It's so crazy because it wasn't anywhere near it. I mean, but
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
It could have been anything.
it could have been my pacemaker.
Yeah, could have been. Could have been the thing you use for your ball tanning. We'll get to that. We got a lot to get to today. I'm in a different mood than yesterday. Yesterday was right on the heels of my therapy appointment. So I had finished an hour of talk therapy. So in a very different headspace than I am at this very moment. When it was just, a day. Just a day. But we're back here at Darling New Media Studio B.
Studio B, baby. Yeah.
For the boys.
We're back in this bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. If you're watching on video, enjoy it in all its grandeur. The decorations, the sound treatment, my face.
Everywhere.
Which is, it's prominent, but it's not overwhelming, I don't think.
Oh.
I mean,
You think it's overwhelming?
I don't.
How about you? No?
No.
If
Yeah.
I thought it was overwhelming, I wouldn't have done it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Had a potential client stop in today, and he goes, "Oh, so that studio, that's just all your branding in there." And I wanted to go, "Yeah," because it's my studio. It is. This one, this studio is primarily for people who are coming in to just do audio podcasts.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily for people who are doing video. If you're doing a branding video, Studio A has a much more generic background. There's a monitor, which we also can have a monitor in here, but I don't need a monitor because it's my face all through here. The mood is back. There we go. Thanks, everybody, for joining us from around the world. We appreciate you giving us a listen, downloading us wherever you might be, from Australia to India, across Europe, and even here in California. We love you. To all of our friends in the Northeast, how's that snow? Fuck. Man, April 19th and it snowed like a motherfucker.
Yep. I've been hearing tabs kept on it all for the last 2 days.
That's right. Your mother-in-law is in town.
Yep, and my father-in-law is still in Chameau, so.
Chameau.
So
Chameau. Chameau, that snow.
and he's dealing with all that snow.
He's shoveling that Chameau snow.
He's currently making. They're redoing one of the bathrooms.
Oh,
And Sue, she has her shed. That's a she shed, and they call it Sue's she shed. So Sue she shed. Anyhow.
it smells like raw fish in there, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we decided that Ron, because he's redoing the bathroom, that it would be Ron's John. That Chris came up with that, and
Oh,
it's pretty funny because
okay.
trying to figure out it. Anyhow. So I've been hearing about the snow because you have that construction project.
Yep.
And
So
it's like,
he's doing some manly stuff, huh?
yeah, I guess so.
Oh, boy. Now, we started to talk about this very briefly last night, and if you were one of the people that were watching the live stream, you saw the very beginning of it, but not the whole discussion. The question is, should we? And the should we is buy a bowling alley in Carson City, Michigan for $130,000 and leave glorious California for a life of heavy balls in a town of 1,100. It is a bowling alley straight from the 1950s, owned by the same family since then, and even most of the equipment is original and in great condition.
Wow.
Like, I think we would have to fight the American Picker guy.
Yeah.
There used to be two, but the one with the beard,
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't there anymore. I don't know what happened. There was some sort of falling out.
Something happened.
There's something happened. I always thought that fucker was shady. Allegedly. Allegedly.
And allegedly he is.
I mean, one look at I just get this vibe off of him. Like he was always trying to they go into this house and there'd be this 85, 90-year-old dude. It's his life's collection. And he is just beating him up over $10. And I'm like, you sorry son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You can't, like, in the grand scheme of things, it will all work itself out. But it was like every single item. Now, granted, that could have been something they were just doing for TV to portray him. But they called him the bearded charmer. But what we saw on TV was him being a dick. Just over and over.
Eat your ass first.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to him, too.
Oh, yes. I want to hear about some ass eating. Yes.
So everything from the bowling alley, from the bowling return down to the furniture is original and from the 50s. Even the scoring system where you have the retro tables with the projector screens is original. You have to actually handwrite your scores, and they project above, which is kind of cool.
Oh, those are cool ones.
All of the machines work. It comes with all the bowling balls, all the pins, and the parts, and to the equipment. You could buy it tomorrow and have it up and running inside of a week. So, are we in?
Yeah, let's do it.
No,
Is it because you don't want to go to Carson City, Michigan?
because I hate the cold,
Yeah.
and it's probably just a city full of white people.
I mean, it's Michigan, so you never know. Magic Johnson's from Michigan.
Yeah,
There's plenty of black people in Michigan.
there are. I don't think they're in Carson City.
We don't know. The real estate associate is a white lady named Autumn Colby.
Oh yeah, it's just white people.
Oh man.
See.
Yeah, the median age in Carson here. Okay, we've got demographics. Demographics for Carson City. This is what's going to tip it for us. The median age is 40. The population density is 86 people per square mile. A hot 20% are college educated. There are an estimated 300 total renters, which doesn't sound like a lot until you remember that there's 1,100 people in town. I'm sorry, 5,390 people in town. The estimated average household size is 937 homeowners. The estimated median income is $49,836. And yeah, so there you go. The payment calculator.
92.75% white.
Jason, do you have an issue with that?
Kind of.
You do.
Man, that many white people, they're probably not going to like me also.
5.84%
Is
black.
it okay? That's still way blacker than where I grew up, man.
1% two or more races. 0.4% Asian.
Sounds right. Sounds right for a very tiny, very cold city in Michigan. But look at it this way. So with a $26,000 down payment, the payment calculator has it at $467 per month. I pay way more than that to rent this space. I'm just gonna say that.
Hey, how about we buy it
And rent it out?
and rent it out?
Well, yeah. Somebody just charge them $500 a month.
Did you look at the pictures of it?
I did not.
It's so it's 6 lanes.
Well, sure, that's plenty.
It's
Yeah, it's a little. There's 1,100 people in town. How many
Yeah.
lanes do you think they're gonna?
no,
need?
I know. And then there's a little tiny couple of seats in the front where you can get some soda.
Sure. I mean, that's where you make your money. You got to get a liquor license, though.
Yeah, you would need a liquor license at this place for sure. Bathrooms might need some updating, but but luckily,
Do they have a
you're not in
Do
California, so there's no ADA stuff. Right?
Do they have a floor-to-ceiling urinal? Because that's what I need.
They have the trough.
And by ceiling, I mean shoulders. You know the ones, shoulders to the floor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are the best. I'm sorry, they do. Well, they've got a cooler with Coke and a cooler with Pepsi, so they've got both kinds of soda cream.
Okay.
There you go. I mean, that's a good start. Nice little snack bar up in there.
Good start for me.
Got an American flag. It looks like 2 church pews with bowling pins on them for people waiting in the back. So no on this? This is a no?
I'm going to talk to Chris when I get home.
Okay. I mean, she's used to the cold.
She's used to the cold.
Yeah, it would be a great family business. The girls would grow up learning about big balls.
Yes.
There you go.
I mean, there you go. So it's a wait and see for us,
It looks nice though.
right? It looks quaint. If I were someone who didn't mind the cold, because that's really the key on this. If I did not mind the cold, and I'm like, you know what, small town life sounds great. Me and the wife and the kids don't need money for anything. I'd be like, all right. The only thing that's missing is like a place to live above it. You know what I mean?
Well, there's a house that's right behind it.
Oh,
So I don't know if that's for sale, but everybody has a price.
right.
So I try to Donald Trump them,
Yeah,
which is get them to give me a price
right.
and then drive them out of their house somehow. And then get it for way less.
All right. So we got through all that.
It's right in the middle of town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the middle of town. I mean,
Perfect.
can't go wrong with that location.
I mean, what more do you want? I mean, how and the town can't be that big.
No.
So that's the other
They
thing.
just need one of those. They didn't have the hot dog carousel thing, you know, which hot dogs just go around.
It's true.
They
It's
need
true.
that.
It's true. So I'm going to pause the show for a moment because I'm going to go and turn on the air conditioner because I'm starting to sweat.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm getting hot.
Are you getting hot?
Having a hot flash.
Oh shit!
Having a hot flash. So on the live stream, go ahead and hang out. We're going to turn the mics off for a second, and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. No big deal. The mic was off. Yeah, the air conditioning is now on. I feel better.
Feel better?
Feel better.
All right.
Feel better. The last thing I want is to start sweating like a beef in here.
Yeah,
I do
no.
not want that.
No, I don't want. I don't want that.
Nobody wants that.
No.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody. No.
All right, let's get to it. Kareem, what do you want to talk about this week?
Oh.
God, I don't even know. I had something yesterday and today. So it's been a really weird fucking day. It's just a lot of weird work shit. And then I had a weird Twitter conversation. I was part of a weird Twitter conversation about men faking orgasms.
Have done it. I have done it.
Yes. And it came as a surprise to the women that were involved in the conversation.
Look, if you're wearing a condom, you can fake an orgasm if you're a guy, and you won't notice. Just won't.
Exactly.
If you know how to work the dick.
But there's also only a few. There's only like a few times where I've ever been in a position where I needed to do that, and it was usually alcohol induced.
Yeah, I mean, the whole reason to do it is like, look, I don't think I'm going to get there.
Yep.
I don't want you to feel bad about this. So I'm just going to make some noises. I'm going to flex the dick. I'm going to go, oh, I'm going to flex the dick. And then I'm going to go, oh, that was so good. And then you roll off.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was what a guy, one of the people in the post, almost exactly what he said.
Yeah.
And
You got to know how to work the dick. If you don't, then you're fucked on this one. It won't work for you.
And then one of the chicks was like, well, what about the cream filling? It was like, nobody checks that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're wearing a condom.
Yeah, if you're wearing a condom.
If you're not wearing a condom, then the jig is probably up.
Yeah, but if you're wearing a condom, it's like, okay, it just depends on who goes to the bathroom first.
That's why I always carry some warm yogurt with me.
Yeah, every lady needs some warm yogurt in her private parts.
Well, because it's like, I totally not. And then she's real quickly.
Why is it red? Is that a strawberry?
Oh shit! Sorry, got the wrong ones. I got the Go-Gurt. Oops.
Oops, indeed.
Oops, indeed.
It's just been a funny, interesting conversation because it's been going on since probably about lunchtime. So people have been responding, male and female, through the conversation.
Are there any guys that can't, in this conversation that can't believe that guys actually do that?
No, it's all the women.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I make him go every time.
Well, and I guess the thing that's weird is it's like, I've done it maybe like 3 times, but the other times that I could, and that was when I was younger.
You once, twice,
but in my
3
late
times a faking.
my late drinking, my late stage drinking before I quit. There was a few times where I just tell a woman like, "Hey, it's not going to happen," because there's a point where you realize no need to sugarcoat anything. Just like,
and that's how he got the nickname Whiskey Dick Casey.
She already had her fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Nothing wrong with the whiskey dick if she gets pleasured. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
to be fair, an actual whiskey dick means it doesn't get hard.
Doesn't get hard.
Yeah. I mean, if your dick was just too numb to come, that's a whole other.
That's another story.
Yep.
That's another story. That's probably one of the things I miss the most about getting like drunk. Is just being able to fuck all night. Like, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't happen the same. And it's just not. It's not. You can't. I mean, I just.
Well,
drink,
and now it's when the kids are asleep.
Oh yeah, or when they're being quiet for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you only got like 3 minutes. And it's like,
right, because you're spending the first 17 minutes of that being like, are they really quiet? Or are they going to start running around now?
No, at this point in the marriage, like it's like we capitalized on it. It's like they just started watching something, or they just like, okay, just stay in the room. Close the door, stick a shoe underneath the door so they can't open it if they unlock it. Chris thinks it's ridiculous. And I'm like, I'm not going to scar my kids.
Okay.
I'm not going to scar my kids.
So, back when I was single in my 20s, I was dating this girl who had a kid. And we spent all night waiting for him to go to sleep. And he finally went to sleep. And we were finally getting ready to do some things, and we got to the point where I had rolled over and I was about to put it in, and he came walking down the hall.
Son of a bitch!
At 3:00 in the morning. It's like, you little fucker, go to sleep. I wanted to put him in the Cobra Clutch and put him out for the night.
It's like he knew.
Exactly.
He's like, I'm standing watch.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
Look, and I think
look, that's where I came from. You ain't going in there, old man.
I can smell the sex in the house.
And I think we had gone for like 2 hours where we weren't really going to, and then he was quiet, and then we were like, okay, we're good. Nope. Like, this little fucker come walking up the hall. Like, are you serious? All I could see over her was him. The little head just bobbing up and down. I'm like, motherfucker, go to sleep.
And then your little head didn't get to bob up and down. It was a sad night.
It was
It did, but it was just in his hand.
It was a sad night.
And it was bobbing to the tears.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, and since I'm the one with the teenager in the house, wait till you get to that shit. And you got to figure it out because you got to wait. when she's because they know what's going on.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, let me tell you something, Jason. Let me hip to this. The she shed is the fuck shack. That's what that is with the teenagers. You just got to make sure it's locked so they don't use it for that.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
The other day I was in the shower by myself, of course.
Of course.
And the door was locked, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have some me time right now. Because grandma's there, the kids are there, so it should be fine. And like, I'm just getting ready to get into things. I'm actually into things a little bit, and all of a sudden I hear and then the door like click. Daddy, wait, what are you doing in here? What are you doing in here? Get out! Get out! It's like fucking A, man. Fuck.
Clearly, it was not locked.
No, it was locked, dude. My kid could unlock the fucking door. My 5-year-old
From the outside?
from the outside.
Oh, you need better locks.
Yes.
No, it's just because it's the slot. Like she knows to stick something in there and turn it. Like what the fuck? And I guarantee you that if I get one of the ones that has the dot, you have to press in to open it with that. She'll figure out what's long enough to stick in there and open it because she's crafty.
I'm gonna let that one go.
Yes.
We're just gonna let that one go
Yes.
because we're gentlemen.
That's right. What do you want to talk about, Jason?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, if you need to think for a second, I actually have something to talk about that sort of goes along those lines. There was a new study out that ranks countries by penis length, and the United States. Look, I'm trying to bring the average up for all you fuckers. I don't know what to tell you because the United States came in 59th.
Oh, damn.
With an average erect length of 5.35 inches. Do better. Just do better. The top 5 are Ecuador is number 1 with 6.93 inches average erect penis. Then it's Cameroon, Bolivia at 6.5, the Sudan, and Haiti. It drops down.
Makes sense.
I mean, you got nothing else going on there, really, I think. France is 6.2 inches, and that's 11th. Then the list that they show is...
Wait. You said France is 6. That's because they got a lot of Cameroonians there.
Maybe. Germany is 39th. Austria is 43rd. Spain, 53rd. India beats us. India!
I have to check.
There's a lot of fucking liars in this. You know what it is?
I had to check this,
There's a lot of liars in this, and I guarantee this is also the other thing too, is that they asked a lot of Trump supporters, and they thought that they were saying that they had big penises when they said they have 5 inches.
We are ahead of Japan, South Korea, England only 5.17 inches erect. China 5.15. Jason Casey, you're Ireland, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 70th, 5.03 inches. At least you're above the 5-inch mark.
What do they say, Lithuanians?
That is not on there.
It has to be on there.
Your lowest on the list are Cambodia at 3.95 inches.
Ouch. That hurt my soul.
Well, it wouldn't hurt much else, I guess. So there you go. It's from the Sun. So I don't know how reputable this study is, but since we were talking about fucking...
So Australia must be the number 1 on the list if that's the case, if it's from the Sun.
Yeah, I don't have the... I'm sorry. The online pharmacy from Mars analyzed Google data from 86 countries to come up with the findings. That's where they got it.
Analyze the like what the fuck?
Fuck.
So it's just people like asking like, is my 5-inch dick big enough? Or like, is 5 inches average? Like,
Yeah.
it's like. In the United States, what was the average length of penis size that was requested on Google? Like, what are people reporting as their average? Like, what search data? Like,
Yeah.
Look, all I know
Man,
is that.
America. Everybody knows America's got the biggest dicks. All right.
And the other question is,
Biggest
who's
assholes.
taking who's measuring dicks?
Were you never a teenager, Kareem?
No, I mean,
Yeah,
no.
but if you measured your dick,
I mean,
and when you measured your dick, listen, when you measured your dick, it was 6.5 inches when you were in high school, and it hasn't grown at all. I mean, like, you're still gifted, but
I think here's the issue. I think the issue with Americans and the United Kingdom, and
this is a fact point. You heard the ding.
No, it's a text from the wife about there being sand on the changing table. It's important information that I needed right now. If you're American or British or Irish, a lot of us are doughier than you'd think or than you'd like to think. And I'm wondering if that extra padding is making it look smaller, and thus that makes up for the difference between, say, a country where you don't have as many people who are hefty.
right. That could be it. But I haven't measured my dick since I was 13, maybe 16. So, who are you getting these numbers from? Is my question. Because you're not going to the doctor with a hard on, so they're not taking.
Well, I mean, the last time I was there, she actually got my dick hard and measured it.
Well,
So
I mean,
she needed to take a
you know who
sample.
is.
I don't know.
all the Viagra people that it lasted longer than 4 hours.
yeah.
They're the doctor because they're supposed to be.
The doctor doesn't measure your dick when hold on a second. You're having an adverse reaction. I better measure how long your dick is right now.
Listen, you go to the doctor, they take your, no matter what you go in for, they want to weigh you, they want to take your blood pressure, they want to see how tall you are. You think they're not going to measure your 4-hour dick?
They're not going to measure your 4-hour dick.
I think they are.
They might. Yeah.
No, they might draw a circle around it to see if the circle expands.
Oh, they're telling all their other doctors and nurses, like, hey, come in and see this. We've never seen this before.
That doesn't say Swan, that says Saskatchewan. All right, Jason, what did you want to talk about?
My dick? No, I'm just kidding. So I'm playing this game right now on the PlayStation called Ghost of Tsushima. And
Does this have anything to do with your mother-in-law?
no. Nope.
'Cause her name's also Sue.
Yeah, it is. But been playing it. Awesome game. But I've started playing it because when Sue is here, when my in-laws are here, they sleep in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where my Xbox is, and it's a lot of work to move your Xbox from one room to the next room, you know, all the hookups and stuff like that.
By the way, Xbox is what you call your ex-wife.
True that. Or girlfriend.
Sorry,
Ex-girlfriend, yeah.
That's why I have a PlayStation.
So I have so Alex let me borrow his PlayStation 4 Pro, and I've been using that when the in-laws have been there, playing games on that. So I played Spider-Man, beat that, which was awesome. And then I started playing this game, Ghost of Tsushima, which is pretty much, if you guys have ever heard of Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
it's kind of like Assassin's Creed, but you're a samurai. And I think it's cooler. Like, it's just way cooler.
Because it's a samurai.
Because he's a samurai.
Yeah. I've downloaded it. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, it's really dope. But so this is leading up to another issue. So I played it. I'm playing it in the bedroom, and I can see it pretty fine when I'm sitting close to that TV. But when I was sitting back in bed, it was a blurry screen. I could barely read or see certain symbols that I know I should be able to see on the screen. Right. And I decide so I went and got my glasses, and I put my glasses that I don't really use. And I was like, okay, I can start seeing. I was like, I need to go to the doctor and get my eyes checked out again, because also at night when I'm driving, sometimes if my eyes are dry, I feel like there's like stars, like flares off the lights of the cars and stuff like that now.
Yeah, cataracts.
Nah, shit. But that's starting to get I'm getting fucking old.
You're the youngest one in the room.
I know, man. I know, but I also don't.
Yes.
And
I went to the doctor yesterday and got all my old man checkups. So
Yeah, I know, and my checkups are all great. Like when I go and get my the last checkup I got, like all my numbers are great and no issues with anything at all. So the eye thing though, it's about the same as they were last time 2 years ago, but they're a little bit worse for the up close readings. A little bit worse.
Yeah, that's normal.
And the far away is about the same, but it's still like if it's far away, like I can help with the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd made the jump today to progressive lenses.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been my biggest problem is that I am always looking at something either close enough to where, it's either the TV kind of pretty much, or which is far enough where I need the glasses.
Right.
Or it's something that I'm reading, which is right here, like on my phone. So that's a lot of switching of glasses. So I went ahead and made the jump, and I'm getting glasses, like progressive lenses.
Good luck. My wife has had nothing but problems trying to get used to progressives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are able. She's had a lot of problems with it because of how it works and where she has to be to look at stuff. The old timey bifocals, it was like, okay, if I want to look down, I look down, I can see where I have to look through, and then I look up, it's different. Well, the progressives, it's a progressive change. So
yeah, you have to look. He's like, you look left or right, and that's how you have to look for things that are far away. And then it's the moment you start looking down, it narrows down. And
so you got to side eye everything from far away.
yeah, I was gonna look into those, but now you just convinced me not to.
well, I'm going to see. Like the thing is that the optometrist was like, they take getting used to. It's like it takes time because your mind has to wrap itself like. It has to get used to using them and getting used to it. He said, but that's what I read. Anyhow, so I'm getting those.
Once you get used to the mind fuck, it's all good.
That's pretty much what it sounded like.
Mind fuck. All right, let's get into it. InfoWars.
Oh, I love it.
InfoWars has.
I will eat your ass.
That's Alex Jones from InfoWars, by the way. InfoWars has lost a case. They were sued by the families of the Sandy Hook victims because one of the things InfoWars did was assert over and over again and send people out to harass the families of the Sandy Hook victims and say it was a false flag operation, that it didn't actually happen. It was all just actors. Well, there was a judgment ordered, and now, to try and get out of it all, InfoWars has and is attempting to...
I declare bankruptcy!
InfoWars claims they only have $50,000 in cash on hand and millions of dollars of debt. Not buying it. No. Not buying that at all. I heard somebody bring up the point that the studio where Alex Jones does his TV show with its shiny glass desk and all of its equipment in it, you should be able to get $50,000 just out of that, which possibly, I don't know. That's the thing. Stuff that looks really great on camera, sometimes in person, you're like, oh, and somebody has to actually want that.
Yeah.
So maybe, maybe not. But to misrepresent your assets, I know it's worked for Donald Trump for a very long time, allegedly. But that's fraud.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll see how that all plays out. But yeah, $1 million and $10 million, somewhere between $1 million and $10 million in liabilities.
I heard that he just had to pay out to himself, though, recently, too, of like $15 million.
I will eat your ass first.
I don't know.
You better hide it well.
Yeah.
In its filing, InfoWars said that there is substantial likelihood that once damages are determined in the Texas case, which is scheduled to begin jury selection next week, that there will be nothing left for the Connecticut plaintiffs to be given the company's limited cash on hand. They're also a defendant in several other lawsuits, including one involving an article written about the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida, and another alleging that Jones diverted some of his assets to companies owned by himself or family members. It was unclear what effect the bankruptcy filing would have on InfoWars. The company did not immediately respond to a request for comment from NPR. So we'll see how it all plays out. But I don't
I
trust.
will eat your ass first.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him. Wouldn't trust him.
No.
Based upon, I don't know, history. That's the problem, man. You get the judgment, you're like, aha, gonna get him. But it's always fucking something.
Always fucking something.
Always fucking something. All right, over the weekend, this was trending on Twitter. Let's get ready for the music. So they're on a plane. There's some asshole with a guitar, and the caption says, "Worshiping Jesus 30,000 feet in the air." To which I say, fuck you.
I sleep on planes. Like,
During the day?
if we're taking off, I am out.
Okay.
As we are taxiing from the runway, look, as they're pulling back from the door, my head is going back. My eyes are closing, and by the time he is getting ready to go up in the air, I'm out.
Okay.
So, if I'm sleeping, which most of the time that's what I'm doing, and I wake up to this shit, I am cussing everybody out.
So Ilhan Omar, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, tweeted, "I think my family and I should have a prayer session next time I'm on a plane. How do you think it will end?" And she caught a ton of shit for that. Right-wingers are saying things like, "You're attacking Christianity.
No, she's just saying that
You're attacking Christianity and on Easter weekend."
Man, if she had did that, if some Muslims had been doing that shit,
I would love to see, just because I'm curious what would happen, if a bunch of Muslims got out in the aisle of the plane, knelt down when the plane was facing Mecca.
Oh, they would.
And
White people would shit on themselves. Right on the plane, in the middle of the plane.
right?
It's just changing that. Look, it's just a shitty ride.
I mean,
I had my belt out. Like, as soon as I
just
see a
that.
brown person on the plane, you know what I'm saying? They get up and like, fuck.
yeah. So she's catching a bunch of shit because,
she told the truth. They would shit all
but
over
it's
themselves.
Easter weekend. It's the holiest weekend of.
I don't give a fuck. You know, you see. Oh my god! I was thinking to myself, like,
Do you know how you know it's the holiest weekend? It's one of the two that people go to church.
Yeah.
The rest of the Christmas, Easter. The rest of the time, oh yeah.
I would be, like I said, I would have cussed everybody out because I said I would have been asleep. And if I got woken up by that shit, I'd have been pissed.
I would have hit the call button.
Yeah.
I would have hit the call button for everybody in my row.
Yeah.
Everybody in my row.
I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like,
Yeah.
I am asleep.
Sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down. We do not need this shit.
Right? I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if what it is. I don't care if John Mayer is on there with his guitar singing "Your Body's a Wonderland." No.
No.
None of that.
And I saw some of the responses like, oh, well, that's why you got headphones for it. No, I have headphones so that if I want to watch something, I'm not interrupting the rest of the
Right.
fucking plane. That means they don't want to hear what I'm listening to.
Right?
I don't want to necessarily hear what they're listening to.
Uh-huh.
And I want to sleep. Leave me the fuck alone.
Right. And the noise canceling headphones are to drown out like the normal plane sounds, like the engine. The dings that happen every now and again. Those things. It's not to drown out all the people singing to Jesus.
Oh man, I would hope that I had like my portable speaker or something with me, and then I would just play some other music against it.
Kareem's unplugging the
I'm
headphones.
going to plug it every day. Like, stop. Like, go sit your ass down. Like, no.
Like, if you punch somebody when you're 30,000 feet up, like, is it a crime? Like, are you on any actual like land? Like, how would
Well,
they prosecute you?
Jason is a white man. I'm going to say I have a better chance than if Kareem did it.
I'm like, Air Marshal, you go ahead and get ready to arrest me because I'm about to punch somebody in the throat.
I'd be like, yo, where's the air marshal on the ship? I'm getting ready to open the door on this plane.
I would like to think that I would have the courage to El Kabong that fucking guitar player
Yeah.
with his own instrument.
So that's the question that I'm asking myself. Would I be able to do it? I would like to think I would.
Well, you'd have to get the strap off.
Well, I mean, that'd be easy. Look at him.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Yeah.
He's not Ned Flanders.
No.
Yeah, I would hope that I had a pair of wire cutters, and I would just go up and snip the strings.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you do is you say, hey, I'd like to give you a donation. You give him $100 bill, and then you cut the strings, and you're
Oh,
like,
strings ain't that expensive.
yeah, but then,
I'm like, who thought that was okay in their group?
yeah.
Who thought that was okay on the flight crew?
Yeah.
The only exception would be if this was a private plane that was chartered to go to an event.
Yeah.
Then fine. Whatever the fuck you
Even
wanna
if
do.
90% of the tickets were sold to them, there's still 10% of the people that don't give a fuck.
Well, maybe they were enjoying the show.
Like,
Yeah,
so-
I'm sure if they were enjoying that show, I'm sure they also enjoy getting their asshole bleached and then waxed.
And the comedy of your Southwest flight crew.
Like, sit down. Shut up.
The mask mandate has been removed. Speaking of airplanes, trains, pretty much everything. A judge in Florida,
A judge who should not be a judge.
a judge that was deemed by the American Bar Association as unfit to be a judge.
3 years of legal experience. She was she clerked for Clarence Thomas.
Yes, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Now, here's why she wasn't offended, because he told her the pubic hair on the Coke joke, and she went, "Oh, Justice Thomas, pubic hair's not a thing anymore."
Yes.
That was her.
And then they moved right on.
Yes.
They moved right on. I don't know. Maybe she has a full bush. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
But we can tell you one thing. She has a bush. Just kidding.
She probably voted for George Bush.
Yeah.
That's what we can tell you. Not the first one. Not old enough.
Yeah.
Not a joke.
No, not a joke.
Absolutely not a joke. Not old enough to vote for the first President Bush.
No. She's 34 years old.
Not old enough to vote for him. She was nominated for the position. It's a lifetime appointment, by the way, by former President Trump. I'm sorry, disgraced, twice impeached former President Trump. I want to be accurate. And her approval was pushed through by the Republican-controlled Senate between the 2020 election and the time that they were no longer in power. That was it. It was an absolute lame duck justicing. And the genie's out of the bottle. It's not going to go back in. It happens about a week before I'm going to Vegas
Sorry, buddy.
on a plane. Now, I'm 4 times vaxxed.
Yeah.
I'm going to be wearing a mask. I'm not tremendously worried. The filtration on planes is pretty good. I'm still irritated. If I were immunocompromised and I had made travel plans, because there were some pilots that announced this
Yeah.
on the flight, and the flight attendants went around with the trash bags taking people's masks
Yeah.
mid-flight.
And because a lot of pilots were Trump supporters, which is dumb.
Well, they're also drunk,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Look, I saw that Denzel movie. I know.
3 to 4 years of experience, trial experience.
Uh-huh. And is now
Now
a
federal
federal
judge.
judge. Federal judge
For the rest of her life.
for the rest of their life.
rest of her life. And she made that decision. Now, by the way, the case wasn't argued before her. The case never made it that way. She read the pretrial stuff and made a ruling.
Yeah. That's how you know she shouldn't be a fucking judge.
I mean,
Most of the people that got appointed during the Trump administration should not have been judges.
No, they just made nice campaign donations.
Well,
Well, no, the Federalist Society.
yeah, it's the Federalist Society and Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell, yeah.
'Cause
Almost,
Donald Trump doesn't know one judge from another.
No. Almost all of them were, the Law Association was like, no. The Bar,
Yeah.
National Bar Association was like, no.
All right, well, that's depressing. Hey, you guys know who Scott Adams is? Cartoonist?
Fucking
Dilbert?
idiot.
Famous for Dilbert?
Yeah.
Well, he apparently was going through some things because he took to Twitter.
Uh-oh.
And this is his thread. Number of times a real gun has been pointed at my head. 5. This is the thread, by the way. Number of fights, that's in quotes, I have ever been in. 0. I attacked 2 bullies in my teen years, but they surrendered without countering. Sure, Scott. Number of times my car stereo has been stolen. 4. Number of times my home or garage have been burgled. 5. Number of times I've been assaulted at knife point. 2. Number of times someone stole more than $50,000 from me. 5 to 7 times. That he's not sure. That one he's not sure about.
The fact, like, I mean, it's when people say shit like that, and people don't fucking like, how rich is this motherfucker? Like, just like, the guy fucking touts himself as a normal everyday guy. Like, that's his thing. Like, he's everyday guy. He's lost $50,000 5 to 7 times, and he doesn't know for sure. Fuck you, dude. You don't get to talk shit about anything anymore, you fucking asshole.
If I got robbed of $5, I would know every time.
Look, he's very detailed. Homes in my neighborhood that have been targeted by smash and steal gangs in the past year. 2.
Get the fuck out of here. There hasn't been anything like that happening.
You don't know. You don't live in his neighborhood.
If he lives in the same place he used to, which was either in Danville or Blackhawk, like, yeah, no, that's just not happening out there, bro. And if somebody said that shit was happening out there, they're fucking liars. Like, you can find the statistics on it. There was no was somebody maybe with a coke dealer on the street, like,
Yeah.
maybe the marijuana dealer, maybe the guy that has a couple of legal bud shops in town. Like, maybe he got burgled. Get the fuck out of here with your fucking bullshit, idiot.
Number of major auto accidents I've been in. 3. Number of incurable health issues I cured in myself. 3.
Oh, wow.
I'm curious what his incurable health issues were. that he cured.
Impotence.
Number of full days of vacation, no work I have taken in the past 33 years. 5 or so. By the way, that's the exact same number of times. So apparently every time he took a vacation day, some son of a bitch stole $50,000 from him.
Apparently.
No, you just got an expensive vacation, Scott. No one stole that much. I've put it together for you.
And like, what a miserable sack of fucking shit. I feel sorry for all of his family. I feel sorry for his fucking kids. If he's only been on vacation, not working, and he's had a family, the way that he talks about and cares about family values and shit, he's a fucking asshole, and his family hates him because guess what? If you've only not worked 5 days and nobody said shit to you about it in your family, they don't fucking like you. And they prefer if you just stayed the fuck away.
Well,
so
he says full days of vacation. He may count, he doodled something on a napkin for Dilbert and said, no, I work today.
yeah, if that's the case, he's a fucking lunatic and a fucking dick. Like, everything. Like, fuck this guy.
Number of people I have cured of their various health problems via public advice.
Oh, it's Jesus. Here we go.
Thousands.
Yeah, Jesus. Here we go.
And here's the one that explains it all. This one really explains it all. Number of times I was disciplined by parents or teachers during childhood. 0.
How is it that people think that that's a good thing? How does that equate to anything good? Like, I don't get this idea how people think that perfect shit is good. Like, nobody ever told me I was bad or did anything. Then guess what? You probably weren't a kid.
No.
You probably had parents that didn't fucking care. You had people that didn't care, that you were neglected as a child. That's what that means. You fucking idiot.
This explains why Scott is the way Scott is.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I know other people that have been neglected and were neglected, and they weren't fucking idiots, fucking sociopaths like this fucking cock monster. I mean, jeez. You know what? Like, I've never wished that I could watch somebody like on Fear Factor, but I would love to watch that episode of Fear Factor where each person had to drink a full milk glass full of cow cum or bull cum. I'd like to watch him have to drink some of that shit repeatedly. Fucking asshole. I used to like Dilbert. I liked Dilbert when it first came out. I thought it was funny, and he was just some guy that was working at Pacific Bell, in the cubicle life, and I thought that was so cool that he was making moves the way he was. I am a fucking idiot. Fuck this dude. I hope he drinks some fucking bull cum. Or horse cum.
4 hours ago, he tweeted how effortlessly we went from knowing masks for COVID only protect other people to telling people they should wear masks if they are immunocompromised.
Yeah, because you had a stupid fucking judge. Why do people not understand this fucking shit?
No. What he's saying is, when it first started, they said you should wear a mask to protect other people. And then, as we learn more about it, they said, if you're immunocompromised, you should also wear a mask because it protects you. By the way, that wasn't new. That
wasn't new.
That came out very early on. Why do you think you see so many people wearing masks if they're immunocompromised in just cold and flu season? Let's see. Find something else.
Oh my God, I hope his fucking balls catch on fire.
He tweeted 13 hours ago, there appears to be a 5-year lag between Trump sounding crazy and Trump proven right. I'm not sure what that's about.
It's because exactly what
they've been saying for 2 years now.
It's what the judge said, because the judge said something about like how the masks were not hygienic or unhygienic or like.
She's a fucking idiot.
And but I mean, it was like the type of shit that Trump said. She echoed the shit that Trump said. So it has to be what he's talking about, because he's a fucking dick. I don't want to talk about this dude anymore. We spent too much time talking about this fucking dickhead. Dillhole.
Would you like some of his comedy?
No, I don't. No, you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see some shit fall on his head. I'd like to see that one jackass where like they slingshotted the outhouse that was full of shit with who was it, with Steve-O in it still. I'd love to see that with him in there. But like the shit, maybe somebody went in there that had hep. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody had hepatitis when they're in that bathroom.
So someone called him on the incurable health issues. He says he's cured spasmodic dysphonia, focal dystonia, and parossius.
Fecal dysphonia?
Focal, F-O-C-A-L.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'd have to look those up, and I'm not doing that right now.
I don't care. You know what he should have tried curing is his fucking idiotic mind and his small dick.
Oh, boy. All right. So in Missouri, it's one of the states where there are more Republicans than Democrats. There are a lot of conservatives that are running things. And one of the things that they're doing for some reason now is they've decided to target trans people and also other LGBTQ plus people. And there is a lawmaker in Missouri who is in that group, and he got his chance to speak.
Do you remember your remarks on the floor last year when you brought this up?
You'd have to give me a specific. I mean, I made a lot of remarks last year.
So I recall a story you told about your brother.
Okay.
He's calling out another representative.
Your brother called, or that your mother called you, I believe, to tell you that your brother had some news that he was afraid to tell you.
Okay.
And your brother wanted to tell you that he was gay, didn't he?
He was expressing that to the family, and he thought that we would hold that against him and not let my children be around him.
Why do you think he thought that?
I don't know. It never would have happened, I'll tell you that. My kids at that point in their life adored my brother.
Can I tell you, if I were your brother, I would have been afraid to tell you too.
Well, I'm sorry.
I would have been afraid to tell you too because of stuff like this. Because this is what you're focused on. This is the legislation you want to put forward. This is what consumes your time. I would have been afraid to tell you too. I was afraid of people like you growing up, and I grew up in Hickory County, Missouri. I grew up in a school district that would vote tomorrow to put this in place. And for 18 years, I walked around with nice people like you, who took me to ball games, who told me how smart I was, and who went to the ballot and voted for crap like this. And I couldn't wait to get out. I couldn't wait to move to a part of our state that would reject this stuff in a minute. I couldn't wait. And thank God I made it. Thank God I made it out, and I think every day of the kids who are still there, who haven't made it out, who haven't escaped from this kind of bigotry. Gentlemen, I'm not afraid of you anymore because you're gonna lose. You may win this today, but you're going to lose.
Some pretty powerful stuff. Also, Jason, did you get your sound system from the Missouri House of Representatives? Because that's what your mic sounded like last night.
Yeah, it is.
We
got
find,
me.
We find
Yeah,
we find humor in things.
You got me. Actually, no, they all had blue balls.
Apparently, so do you. Because your kids know how to unlock the door.
Nope. My balls are not blue.
You need to jam a
Are
shoe
they,
under
honey?
that door. Jam a shoe under the door. Children, don't come in here. Daddy's shame beating off.
So just cry.
Jason's remodeling the bathroom so the toilet faces away from the door.
Talking about on the toilet. Who masturbates on the toilet?
Why does the toilet face the corner?
Oh Lord.
No man. Like if I'm in the bathroom, I'm masturbating in the like in the shower. You know what I'm saying? Like
Using your imagination?
using my imagination.
You are a woman.
Fuck you. Fuck, oh, yeah. Yo, my phone's waterproof, bro.
Florida.
All right, let's move on to Florida. There was an angry
I
lady.
feel like we just left Florida.
It's true. It's true. There was an angry lady, and she had some things to say.
About Leah Thomas.
And this was a gender. What's your sex?
My sex? I go
Do you
by
have a
Veda.
penis or you have a vagina?
Vagina.
We're good.
Then you're female.
We're good.
You're a woman. You're a girl.
Yes, I am female, but my
We're good.
pronouns are they, them.
There's no such thing as they, them. That's stupid. You're one person.
I want to be called her.
Why not? What's wrong with females? You don't call me a woman.
Then I can also be called female.
No, you can't. You're not. That's delusional. You will always be a woman.
Why is she so angry about it?
I don't know.
That's what I don't get. Oh, and she's wearing a Susie and the Banshees vest,
You'll always be a woman to me.
which, by the way, does not that band does not represent this weird lady's views. She's still yelling at this.
You have a problem with that. You are indoctrinating your daughter.
No, I believe
you could be yelling
the
and
sky is blue, and if you yell it in a child's face, it's not okay. Do you understand that?
Oh my goodness.
No, so you don't?
The sky is still blue, no matter what color you think it is or what gender you want to give it.
Just don't yell it in the face of a child.
I'll yell it in your face. That's fine. I don't want that. You're using them as shields. No,
No, you won't come and yell it in my face. That's fine.
There's a lot of Trump flags around this, by the way. I know it'll shock you. Also in Florida.
Florida.
A Florida man masqueraded as a Drug Enforcement Administration agent to secure a discount at Wendy's.
What? Oh my God.
Investigators say Jesse Stover, who's 57, has been receiving half-off discount for more than 2 years at Wendy's in Bunnell, a city about 20 miles north of Daytona Beach. But when Stover again sought the discount, a Wendy's manager asked to see his credentials. Cops say they flashed a badge when the manager asked to look at it. He reportedly became argumentative, prompting the Wendy's workers to call 911. The manager told police that Stover claimed to work undercover for the DEA, adding that he threatened to report employees to Wendy's corporate office for denying him the 50% discount. When officers showed up, he denied claiming to be a cop or a federal agent. A frisk of the Wendy's regular recovered a gold badge with the words concealed weapon permit. A photo of the confiscated badge was released by police. Charged with falsely impersonating an officer, he was booked into the Flagler County Jail on the felony rap, released from custody after posting $2,500 bond. He saved that money by not paying full price at Wendy's.
Who was giving him free food at or half off food for how long was it?
2 years.
He's undercover. Nobody's telling you that they're undercover.
Look, I'm an undercover DEA agent. Give him a discount.
You dumbasses gave him free a year's worth of free food.
Full year, yeah.
Full year worth of free food because you thought he was a.
I'm gonna start going in and say, "Listen, I'm plainclothes clothes, guys." Like,
the fuck is wrong with him? Look, this isn't just him. This is him and Wendy's. It's Florida.
It
Florida.
is. Yeah, it's totally
God
Florida.
bless America.
Look, we don't make any promises other than it's going to be stupid. All right. Also, a West Virginia woman was arrested with a large stash of methamphetamine. She had a good reason, though. She told police that she sold the drug in order to make a living because she can't find another job. Her name is Rainey Passe. She's 27. She was a passenger in an SUV pulled over for vehicle violations in Terra Alta, which is a small West Virginia town. During questioning by the state trooper, a male passenger in the car revealed that when she spotted the cop car pulled behind them, she announced that she was in possession of narcotics. Investigators alleged that she then admitted that there was methamphetamine in her backpack. A search of the backpack yielded a large baggie with methamphetamine and several small baggies with the substance and the weight of the product written on the outside. That's what we called in law enforcement an open and shut case.
Yes.
Those of us who are undercover know that. Are you listening, Wendy's? Troopers also found smoking devices, several empty baggies, and a small scale with what appeared to be meth residue on it. The scale had her name written on it as well. That's not my scale with the meth on it. Is that your name written on it? Yeah.
wow, how did that happen? Are you a magician, officer? Is this one of those magic tricks? I feel like I'm at Magic Castle right now. You guys.
Yeah, she was arrested on possession with intent to deliver, which is a felony, carrying a maximum term of 15 years. The seized meth weighed a total of about 20 grams. While in custody, she told the trooper that she does sell methamphetamine in order to make a living because she cannot obtain a job. She was not able to bond out. She's still in jail in lieu of $10,000 bond.
It's not even an ounce.
Oh, so you're defending the meth person?
I'm not defending him. I'm just saying.
Can't get a
Let's
job.
leave
Just
the
can't smile
hustle
at
and
people.
bustle
She got no teeth.
for small town news.
All right, small town news. I mean, that was sort of small town news, as was the bowling alley at the beginning of the show. But this is small town news from where I am from, and this is big.
All right.
Big motherfuckers. Headline, Willoughby steelhead rainbow trout jumping.
Woo, Willoughby.
That's right.
Will it be?
Willoughby. Dateline, Orleans, Vermont. One of the state's premier wildlife watching opportunities is currently taking place in Orleans. The steelhead rainbow trout have started their upstream migration to leap up waterfalls and a spectacular display of determination on their way to the spawning grounds. They can be spotted moving up the falls during warmer days in mid to late April, sometimes into early May. Not sure what happened when it snowed today.
Yeah, running upstream to get some cushy.
Many people may not realize we have opportunities to watch fish in Vermont, just like there are birds and mammals. That's according to Pete Emerson, the fisheries biologist for the Vermont Fish and Wildlife Department. I mean, I grew up there. I knew that shit. People went out to watch it.
How much do you want something, baby? I want enough to swim upstream to get it.
Now, the waterfall, the biggest waterfall that they're jumping up is about 5 feet. Just to be clear, it's not Niagara.
And when they get to the end of it, they die.
Oh, they get to the lake.
And they die.
Uh-huh.
You
know what? That just goes to show you shouldn't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
You don't
You'll
want
just end
enough
up dying.
to die for it. You can't have none.
By the way, the section of the river in Orleans from the Orleans-Brownington Road Bridge to the top of the natural falls just upstream is closed to all fishing, from April 9th to May 31st.
So that means that if I were to send some emails from there asking people for specific information, like I can't go fishing, like internet fishing either, I guess. That's what they're saying.
Physically there, no.
No fishing of any kind whatsoever.
Nope. If you're standing there with your cell phone trying to pull a phishing scam, nope. Witnessing these trout migrate is a powerful reminder of the importance of maintaining healthy and connected waters to allow fish to thrive. We're working to conserve Vermont's waterways and surrounding habitats so future generations can continue to witness this incredible migration each spring. And while the annual migration occurs over several weeks, the best opportunities for seeing jumping fish last only for a few days when the flows and water temperatures are just right. So if you're planning your vacation, there may be a lot of waiting around, looking at the water rolling down the river and nothing happening.
Yes.
Saying, I've seen it many times. You know why? Because there's nothing else to do. There's no bowling alley in Orleans, Vermont.
Watch fish and fuck. That's it. I actually watch fish fuck.
No, they just jumping up over the falls. They've still got to go another like 20 miles to get to the fucking lake where they're going to do it.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's still a long way to go.
That better be some good coochie.
Just saying, that's it. All right. That's going to do it for this episode of the WTH podcast. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Kareem, any final words?
If you haven't been to the doctor, go to the doctor, get a physical for this year. Get your old man checkups if you're over 50 like me and Nate. And don't be an asshole.
Jason?
And when you go to the doctor and they ask to see these, well, just know they're talking about your nuts.
So, question about D's nuts. You been tanning D's nuts? If you're not sure what I'm talking about, just Google Tucker Carlson tanning nuts. Fuck is going on? Just when you think the world ain't crazy enough, Tucker Carlson
whips out his dick.
Is on this new Fox News streaming bullshit thing, talking about with this health expert about. I saw a little clip of it, and they're like, "Well, there's no information about where to boost your testosterone." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I want Frank Thomas to go find this motherfucker and go, do you have a TV, motherfucker?"
And he wasn't. The guy wasn't even trying to talk about it. Tucker went there.
Look. Frank Thomas has been pitching this new Gen X to boost your testosterone on TV for at least the last 5 years.
Yes.
The big hurt has to be at least a little disappointed.
Yes.
That they're on this streaming service going, well, there's no information about how to boost your testosterone. I don't know. Talk to a fucking doctor, maybe?
Yes.
Go, hey.
Get hymns.
And why is Tucker Carlson so obsessed with this? You know what he is? He's bringing the average down, Kareem. I know that motherfucker is bringing the average down with his tiny little pale dick.
Micro, name tiny, micro.
I don't know about Micro's penis, Jason.
Him and Trump.
What, you don't know about micro penises?
No, Micro's penis. From Dirty Jobs. Yeah. I have no idea.
All I know is that Stormy said that the other one had a mushroom, so they're both bringing it down.
I mean, you can have a mushroom with a long stem, my friend.
No, she said a little mushroom.
Oh yeah, that's true. Fair enough. All right, so that's gonna do it for us for now.
Mine's like the Super Mario mushroom.
I don't want to think about you, Nick.
They put it in their mouth and they grow. They get big, baby.
You know how you get rid of it, Kareem? Jump on it with both feet.
Exactly.
Put it in your mouth.
Next week, we're doing the show from home. It may go sideways again. We don't know. But I've got a Vegas trip coming up, and my wife will be gone, so I have to be home with the kids. So put them to bed and do a show.
Oh yeah, and my art exhibit goes through May 28th at the Brickhouse Art Gallery. If you're in Sacramento, come by and check it out.
In Oak Park.
Yeah, it's also, good place to go and see some art.
Yep.
And by the way, if you're ever in Sacramento, just know, Blue Diamond Almonds right here.
CD's nuts.
Exactly what I'm saying. We'll see you next time.
Oh man.
How do I end this broadcast? I gotta get over
I don't know, but then the dick was that big. I was like, no way, man. Yep, from Ecuador.